it do what it is, y'all. It's your girl Black Pop, aka So Baby, aka Asuka. And you're now tuned in to So Talk TV. On today's So Talk TV, we have Fat Joe gets in trouble for dissing Lil Mo and Vita by calling them crusty, dusty, and head scallywag. Who watched the verses? I ain't gonna lie, I did not watch the verses, but I ain't gonna fake and act like I can't put, respect on the year 2000's name. But, I honestly like Fat Joe. I feel like he's really charismatic and he's funny, but I feel like he definitely got, he got caught up in the heat of the moment. Like, he's from New York. They talk shit and they don't take things too personal. I honestly feel like it did slip in the heat of the competition, Ja Rule was like, oh, you needed Remy Ma, and then Fat Joe just clapped back and said, well, at least my bad. You got the old crusty, dusty had to find at the crack house. Roll the good beam footage.
Hold up, crack! I didn't see nobody come. Y'all seen somebody come out here with me?
Oh, them
I've been either.
You gotta go to the house to find them.
Well, let me tell you something, Pat. I heard you.
And Lil Mo did come out and express the fact that she did suffer with opioids addiction. I think I said opioids addiction. So I can empathize with her on that. So I can see why it hit home a little harder for her. But you know what the up thing about this is? It's just the fact that dark comedy, dark humor is the best type of comedy because it's true, But nonetheless, Fat Joe did apologize. He did do a video apologizing, and I feel like it was sincere, And I respect him for putting his ego aside and, showing his face and, putting respect on it, All I want to know is who was talking to Remy Ma long head caption face? Like, she don't even realize that the fact that Fat Joe being called out for disrespecting black women helps her out too because of the ignorance of the street code. And if he didn't apologize, it would only show that it's okay for someone else to disrespect your own because that's your bro. And it would only perpetuate the fact that it's okay to disrespect dark-skinned black women. Because Ashanti wasn't offended. And I feel like if Ashanti was offended, Remy wouldn't have had all that extra. She wouldn't have had all that energy, Because usually people let like this slide when it's a dark-skinned black woman, And let's just say what it is. Colorism still exists. And it's more potent in the black community. And unfortunately, that's one of the pillars that this country was built off of. And if we don't address certain thpeople the ignorance and the double standards and the brainwashing of it all is going to continue, because people don't want to have the conversation about the word nigga, because unfortunately, that's not considered a bad word on YouTube. And it's just the fact that, if we don't respect ourselves, other people aren't going to. And sometimes you have to be called out and canceled. And it just goes to show you that an example of some people like to keep that abuse going because they are their favorite to whoever's doing the abusing. Remy. But, it's like, we call each other niggas all day long, but if white people don't say it, then it's war. And not only that, when niggas was sagging a couple years ago and they was getting fined for it, now that Balenciaga is coming out with a fashion line of that same style, people call it fashion and they're running to buy it. Meanwhile, in jail, everybody knows if you're sagging, that means you're ready for someone to take your cheeks. And I'm not going to be a hypocrite and act like, oh, I'm going to just stop saying nigga altogether today. But, I'm not going to lie. It's starting to make me feel a little weird because I'm growing. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it all takes us one at a time to be a better example. And it actually takes trying to be a better person. But, trying actually takes effort. It's easier to be lazy and ignorant. than to try and fail and try and keep trying. But I mean, choice is yours. If you want to, it's easier to be ignorant. So let's just stay stupid. Next, we have Nicki Minaj. You know, this is one of the rare moments that I'm actually on Nicki Minaj's side. Even though I do feel like she's lying that she has the C, because ain't you supposed to be sick? Why do you have all this time and energy to be going back and forth with the media? Like, ain't you supposed to be can't breathe, can't taste, like, what happened? You know, and it's just the fact that I feel like she's using this moment to deflect on the fact that her husband is getting sentenced in January. But I digress. It's just sad that Nicki Minaj has to lie about having the C to bring awareness to the fact that the V has gotten way too political. And let's not forget about the fact that there's people who have gotten the V and died right after that, died to the cause of getting the V. And let's not forget that there's people who have gotten the V and still caught the C afterward. You know, I personally feel like it should be a choice because you don't know who's allergic to what. Let's not forget that this is a new V. Didn't they say that it takes like 18 years for it to really be like certified, like it's safe enough? You know, because I feel like they're just pushing it too hard. And it's not even like she said, don't get it. Nicki Minaj said, if you are going to get it, do your research. And they wiped that away, you know? They tried to they twisted it in their own way to make her look like however they wanted her to look like. And at this point, it's just feeling like the new wave of colorism, racism, socialism, classism. You know, it's conquer and divide. Because it's like, oh, if you don't have the V word, you can't do this, you can't do that. And at this point, don't you know, they're talking about, oh, you got to have a V passport to go places and fly. Like, what are they going to do? Start having planes for V'd people and not V'd people? It's conquer and divide, bro. And the real question is, are you niggas risking y'all for this? Let's get into the tweet that Nicki Minaj said about her cousin's friend. Nicki Minaj states, my cousin in Trinidad won't get the V because his friend became impotent and his testicle became swollen like 2 balloons. His friend was weeks away from getting married. Now the girl called off the wedding. So just pray on it and make sure you're comfortable with your decision and not bullied. This is one of those moments I'm so proud to be a Sagittarius because it's like we're not taking any shit. Like, even with Monique, she's a Sag too. And it's like she has had her moments when she's been blackballed for standing up for what's right and having integrity because she knows her own power. And it's just like, everybody knows eventually you get tired of getting along to get along. That's why it's certain people, like, you know, it may not be so cool to fuck with us, but eventually when you get tired, you're gonna see why. You see why. The reason you get tired is because we got tired. Because we see through the bullshit. And, you know, you can come over to the Unpopular Club. So make sure y'all like, subscribe to Black Pop. It's Black Pop. Subtalk TV, baby. And let's hear what Trinidad and Tobago health minister had to say about this.
One of the reasons we could not respond yesterday in real time to Miss Minaj is that we had to check and make sure that what she was claiming was either true or false. And unfortunately, we wasted so much time yesterday running down this false claim. It is, as far as we know, at this point in time, there has been no such reported either side effect or adverse event. And what was sad about this is that it wasted our time yesterday.
That's why they had to put a black woman up against Nicki Minaj so it wouldn't seem so racist. Talking about some sister. What's her name? I don't even know. And at this point, we're going to need a new media outlet. We're really going to be needing a new app soon because at this point, they're just trying to shut down and close and censor the truthful facts that we need. Because other countries are like on their 4th dose of the now. So it's like, what? It's just scary to think about. And not only that, every day like on YouTube, I'm always seeing an ad about, oh, you can do it at home, you can work at home, you can work at home, homework. You know, that's going to become way more popular because AI is definitely going to take over. So you people better figure out what you're going to be doing in the next couple of years. You know, this is why I do what I do. And we like to think because it's our generation that we're young and we have all the time. We really don't have all the time that we think we have. So start now. And just because you work from home don't mean things are sweet. We don't know how that type of system is going to work. What if, you know, you think so sweet and then they fire you because they didn't do certain things, and then they're the ones who's going to be able to recommend, who's going to be able to be like, oh yeah, don't hire this person lazy. They always eat and just because you're working at home don't mean it's sweet. So if it's going to be work at home, it better be something that you like to do, because this is what it's come to. People trying to talk about them, oh, 30s is the new 20s. No, it's not. You people just realize that you still look good at 30s. You still have to realize the certain things that you're not going to do when you hit 30. So it is what it is. That's where my mind is at right now. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know about what you think about the topics we talked about. Do you think Nicki Minaj lied about the seed? And how y'all feel about the V's? Are y'all afraid to get the V's? Do you want the V's? And where do you think this world is going to? Because if we get the V's and your to swell up, do you think you'll be able to have children? Pray for Nicki Minaj, cousins, friends. And it's your girl Black Pop.